I am in Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes, but in this city, in this county, there are none.
Thanks to our underwriters.
There's no place like Oconomowoc. Explore, play, shop, stay. Visit Oconomowoc.
Together, doing good for 130 years. Horicon Bank. It's the natural choice for community banking.
My father taught me that to make great bakery, you have to do it the right way. O&H Danish Bakery, where Kringle traditions begin.
Support for this program provided by Plum Media. Elevating conferences and meetings with smooth, stress-free production.
Financial support has been provided by our friends at Greenfire, a construction management company, the Friends of PBS Wisconsin, and the Friends of Main Streets.
Have you listened to our podcasts? John, Emmy, and the producers talk about what happened behind the scenes and share their favorite things about each community. Main Streets continues on your favorite podcast platform.
'Cause these are Main Streets, something about a hometown speaks to me. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. The heart and soul of communities right here on these Main Streets.
I am in Lanesboro, Minnesota, a small city with a population of just about 800 people in Fillmore County. It's in an area that they call Bluff Country in the southeastern part of the state. Lanesboro is about 40 miles southeast of Rochester. It's an hour west of La Crosse, Wisconsin. It is really close to the Iowa border, and it sits on the banks of the Root River. This is beautiful Lanesboro. Emmy, the Root River is at the root of Lanesboro's story, but not enough to call it Rootsboro. So how did Lanesboro get its name?
Well, because there was a gentleman named F.A. Lane. He was a prominent business owner, landowner, and he helped to found the city. In fact, the city really thrived because of the location on the river, and then eventually the rail line, because everybody came here looking for jobs.
River and railroad, a story we hear a lot. When did the R&R boom end?
About 100 years after it started, 1970s, everything shut down, and that's when everyone and everything left this beautiful town.
So how did this ghost town turn into a tourist destination?
Well, it all came back to the railroad because they decided to pave the rail line, make it into the Root River State Trail, giving people an option to bike and hike and utilize what was into something new.
Quite the transformation. And how did they fill up all these buildings?
Well, all the creative people moved into town. So, you know, there's the theaters, there's the galleries, the shops.
Yeah.
Artists came, they found inspiration, they collaborated, and they didn't leave.
We're going to check it out. This is what we have to do.
Where are we going to go first?
We're going to check it all out.
This is 800 million years. That's how old these rocks are. Imagine having this in your backyard.
Yikes.
And you gotta walk up and down this with your chainsaw. It's like mowing your lawn.
Yeah.
Goats obviously are made for this.
It's called the Driftless Goat Company. How did you get into goats, Peter?
Well, I had 2 children and a mortgage.
Is that right? That's a good answer.
And I had a really good neighbor who presented me with an opportunity to build a company.
Okay.
We were both interested in managing our land here. I had recently moved here from New York City. There's a lot of challenge to maintaining this type of environment.
Yeah.
There's no millions of buffalo running around to take care of the prairie. We have to take care of the, right? If we care about it. So the goats are a tool, an alternative. Maybe you don't want to spray, right? Maybe you don't want to take your chainsaw on your cliff.
Okay.
It's so much nicer to have the goats eat them.
You rent your goats?
Yeah, we rent them. They take care of the thistles, they take care of the wild parsnip, they take care of the invasives, and then they also breathe more light, nutrients into the soil. I have 40 to 50 that I run all summer, and we have a network of farmers at this point. It can be a really effective land management tool, and that's what people are into.
You also have a store in Lanesboro, don't you?
Me and my wife opened the Lanesboro Market, which is a small grocery store in Lanesboro.
The milk from Chatfield.
Local?
Yeah.
Lanesboro was without a small grocery store for about 2 years.
So what did the Lanesboro population do?
Well, we had to drive to other towns to buy food.
You know, we have 230,000 visitors to Lanesboro every year is kind of the estimate, right? So the grocery store, I've learned, is not just about food. It's about Having a door open,
Yeah.
having a place where people know they can come and ask a question,
Yeah.
whether they're from here or not.
And what a building this is.
Beautiful, the best. In the middle of the town, huge windows.
Yeah.
You can see everything.
Yeah. Do you know when this building was built?
1875.
When was it built?
1875. 1875.
And how many people do you have working here?
Me and my husband and my daughter sometimes. Hmm?
Do you need to hire a part-time guy?
Yes, you are hired right now.
You are hired, she said. What shift do you need me? Congratulations on this business, all important to this community.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The storytelling phone booth in Lanesboro. So you push a number, 1 through 9, and you hear a real story by a real resident. Yeah, how great is that? So I picked number 9, the turkey bandit. That's the story.
The dog and the turkey. It was Thanksgiving Day.
It reminds me of the party line we had grown up.
He had a fully cooked turkey in his mouth.
Here in Lanesboro, the main street is called Parkway Avenue. And the best part is that the whole thing is walkable. So we're starting on this end. This is Sylvan Brewing behind us. Look at it, overlooks the bluffs. It's in an old granary building. This is the Amaretto Sour. Oh, so refreshing. I'm only 1 block in. I got some ice cream. I saw the jewelry store. There's the pub. There was some coffee. Oh, some vintage clothes and art gallery. And when you reach the edge of town, you have to stop into Juniper's. Look at these views. It overlooks the river right along the trail. This is the pasta of the moment. So good.
Let's talk about what happens here. We're at the Lanesboro Sales Commission.
What we do is we sell livestock
Get 5 on her. Find a pound, pound.
for the folks with probably in a radius of 300 miles.
300 miles, livestock.
Mostly cattle.
Cattle.
A few pigs.
85 here, 75, 85. Sold them 375, put them on 42.50.
Goats, sheep, horses, whatever. But our main gig is cattle.
Yeah. And what's going on right here that there's construction going on?
We're standing in the old ring right here.
It's a ring.
Yeah. so
Sales ring.
78 years I was here.
78 years.
And we're really going to get modern now. This is called a ring scale, where the cattle will be weighed in here instead of out behind.
So the actual platform is the scale.
That is the scale.
Yeah. Why would somebody come here to buy or to sell?
A lot of the calves here today are born on a dairy. They bring them here, and then different farmers or ranchers or calf ranchers, they buy them up, and then they get them started, take them up to a heavier weight, and they might resell them again, or else they might take them all the way to finish.
So do you always sell here? Do you buy here as well?
Yeah, we buy here. We buy a lot of the feeder calves, them 700 pounders, 500, give or take.
And at one time, how many will you buy?
We've bought anything from 15 to 80. Just sold some little 130 pounders, 128 pounders. Did very well.
They did very well.
Did very well. It's the best I've ever sold of a little bottle calves.
There they go, they're running.
We've got a new herd bull. We're really, really pleased with the quality of the calves.
And is it risky?
Yeah. Well, yes. You know, you make these decisions, and it's many months and years really before we know if we made the right decision or not.
Come on! They're like, we don't know that voice, right? They're confused. How many are going to go through here today at this auction on a Friday afternoon?
Today we'll get about 300 of them baby calves.
300 of the baby calves through.
We had 500 last week.
Do they all sell?
Yeah.
They all do?
Yeah.
And is this a year-round operation?
Yeah.
It goes all year?
Yep.
How many days a week are they selling?
Every Wednesday, every Friday, and then we have 2 feeder sales starting in the fall on Mondays.
People can watch this online. Can they bid online as well?
You can bid online too. It's on Cattle USA, so once you get established to be a buyer, you can hit the button.
Yeah.
So if you want to buy some cattle,
do I look like somebody who wants to buy some cattle?
I think you should own some.
Thank you. Where would I put them in my condo in downtown Milwaukee? This produce you either love or hate. I happen to love it. What tart tasting plant is celebrated here every summer?
Well, thanks to my aunt and uncle growing this in their garden and my Aunt Gigi's famous rhubarb dump cake, it is one I love. Lanesboro, it's the rhubarb capital of Minnesota. It's official and everything by the state legislature. Now, here's the thing. They're not the largest producer, so they must really like the vegetable. And yes, it is a vegetable. Don't miss their rhubarb fest. John, I see you back there.
We're going on an Amish tour today. You know the stuff, don't you?
I have had some experience with the Amish community, yes.
You have?
Yeah.
And you're going to allow us to experience their
Yes.
community today.
Yes, exactly that, experience their community and to get an understanding. In 1974, the first Amish came here. There were 4 families that came here from Pennsylvania. Now, oftentimes people have impressions based on what they've seen on television or read. And now we're really getting into Amish territory. You know, when you come across a buggy, don't beep, slow down, give them room, and wait. You're going to meet a few Amish people, but you're not going to be able to film them.
Okay.
And the reason for that, John, is that in the Amish community, it's not about self. It's not about the individual, and that goes to every single level in the Amish community. It's why everybody dresses the same, so nobody's better than anybody else. Nobody's house is better than anybody else's house. Hey, John.
Yes.
You gotta try this. What it is all about is the communities.
And is Fillmore County a large population of Amish
It's the
people?
largest in the state.
Largest in the state?
State, yes.
And
Yes.
do we know what that population is?
It's about 110 families, and that varies.
He's chattery, this one. Thanks for bringing us to the farm. How's it going, Mr. Farmer?
Pretty good, pretty good. We got a nice rain last night.
As an Amish family on this property, is agriculture your business?
Not anymore. Agriculture was the Amish income and business, but not today.
And what is it mostly today?
Carpentering, woodworking,
Yeah.
housing, roofing.
And why did it go from agriculture to building?
They're very good in carpentry. So the more they did carpentry, the more carpentry was in demand. And then the other thing that happened is what's happening right now is tourism.
It's part of the job.
What we do at the tour is that we bring people not only to look at their stuff and buy their stuff, but to understand their community, to get a better understanding on a one-to-one basis. So
This is the Amish school.
This is the Amish school, one room.
So there are a few Amish schools in the...
There are 4. They start at age 6 and they go to about age 14. The number one thing that we've been told that they're taught is respect.
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 We should all go to Amish school
We
then.
should all go to Amish
Right?
school. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
In a city of 800 people, there are 2 theaters right next to each other. St. Main is the community theater. Commonweal is the professional theater. 2 theaters in a city of 800. My kind of city.
This here is the Lanesboro Stone Dam, and it was built back in 1868. It's one of the oldest arch dams left in the country, and there's only 6 of them, including the Hoover Dam. Here's what makes them so special. They use their curved shape and gravity to help control the water, and this one still generates electricity.
The pins actually became part of the regional folk dress, and the styles were specific to each area of Norway.
Okay.
You would be able to tell by the jewelry where someone was from, what their family name was, and if they were married or unmarried.
By that.
By that. So there's a lot of cultural memory and magic in one small object, which I continually find fascinating. So this is kind of ancient. I'm using a piece of fine silver wire. So it's kind of like a herringbone sort of pattern. I'm a filigree artist. My background is in Norwegian filigree, and that's my specialty.
And filigree is defined as what?
It's the beautiful art of twisted wire that is formed and shaped into very delicate shapes, but then fused so that you get these wonderful, airy, light pieces of jewelry.
How many pieces is this put together?
About 30. This particular technique, it takes a certain type of touch for it and many years of practice.
So I do a lot of lapidary work. We're going to take off the outer portion here. It's rainforest jasper from Australia.
So if somebody walks in and said, is there any way you can create whatever they want it to, however they want it to hang on them, and,
Yes.
and you will then finish it for them?
Absolutely. We'll have people come in and they'll say, I met my partner at this place and we had this experience. And then so it's our job for Liz and I to take that and interpret it into something that's actually a functional wearable design.
How fun is that?
It's freaking awesome.
Really awesome. There's something so honoring and so compelling about your work around your ethnicity.
Silver in Scandinavian culture serves three purposes historically. One is to show wealth. One is to work as a curative thing. But the third and the most important one is to protect you from trolls, elves, and the Holdra folk.
Oh, of course.
Who are the invisible people that could come out and whisk you away into the mountain and you would never be seen again. So a bride on her wedding day, she's very vulnerable from the time she leaves her house till the time she gets to the church. They just load her up with as much silver as possible and then plop a crown on her head.
You're famous for crowns.
Yes,
you really
I am,
are.
because there is a crown tradition in Scandinavia for brides who wear a crown on their wedding day. The crown that I have here in the shop,
Yeah.
in keeping with the tradition, we rent it out to brides. It's been in some parades. It's been in approximately 13 weddings. So we've actually adorned quite a few people. That should be on your Christmas card. Everybody got to feel like a queen once.
Lanesboro isn't the wild, wild west, but it does have a cowboy connection. How did Buffalo Bill leave his mark here in Lanesboro?
This is Buffalo Bill. This is his friend Frank. Now, the Lanesboro connection goes like this. They met up in this city in the late 1880s. Probably over a couple cocktails is where they came up with the grand idea of Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. They put on the very first show here in Lanesboro before they took the show out on tour. But the city still celebrates everything, all the history with Buffalo Bill Days every summer. These two knew they had something good.
Do you mind if I grab one of
Go
these?
ahead.
Okay. Wow, they're heavy. No, I'm kidding. Okay. You just thought that guy's an idiot, didn't you?
No.
A little bit.
No.
So this is it. This is what you make.
This is one of our pieces, and this piece is actually heavy panels will get placed against this, and this piece is used as a bumper so that the panels don't break or clash in movement.
Yep. This is not a box factory.
We are not. We specialize mainly in kind of inside the box or exterior packaging protecting.
2 separate sheets and a little bit of glue will
Yep.
turn it into a U-channel.
We are definitely not a box factory.
Do people presume it is?
They do. You think of packaging and you think of the Amazon box that you get, and
Exactly.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a lot more to it than that, and that's kind of who we are.
Yeah. How did this business start? You didn't start it?
We did not. Our grandpa started it in 1976 over in the Preston Fairgrounds, outgrew the fairgrounds, and came to Lanesboro and started the business.
And the fact that this business is right in the, like,
You wouldn't think
right
it
downtown.
was here. So this is what it starts as.
What?
And then you'll get an end piece of this. And these protect the corners. Being that we are small,
Can I help?
we are able to offer a different variety of and kind of be versatile on things.
Pick it up a little.
This order is for just under 2,600 of these.
That's a typical order on these.
Raw material wise, how does this come?
I think these are like 27 by 30 sheets that are laminated together or built up and then sawed down and then assembled from there.
Is this more expensive way to protect than styrofoam?
Styrofoam can get expensive. It can get hard for the end user to get rid of that type of material.
Right.
It can go in a baler. It can go in your recyclable bin. So it is a lot easier to get
Yeah.
rid of. People are now even looking at, instead of doing a wood pallet.
Is it as strong
It
as a
is
wood?
strong, and then again, you can recycle it. And actually, when shipping, a corrugated pallet's a lot lighter, so
Yeah.
then
You're gonna save money
you're going to
shipping.
save money on your freight.
Yeah. You guys are great. Yeah, you are. This area is the most popular trout fishing area in the state. And in Lanesboro, trout fishing is huge. That's where this place comes in. It's the State Fish Hatchery. It's the largest cold water production hatchery in the state. It's a trout factory. They build trout here. And the work they do here really helps maintain and protect the trout population. And you can see it all for yourselves. Why? Because they give tours. Take a look. They all grow up so fast, don't they? This shop is like a step back in time.
Yeah.
It's very cool. I love stepping into a world I know almost nothing about. We're at the Root River Rod Company. We're talking fly fishing?
Yes.
On the Root River?
Yes.
Which is your backyard?
It is. It's just a stone's throw away. This will lay in the water like this, and trout will look up at it.
It's more than just a rod and a reel, isn't it? Fly fishing?
You can grab hooks and make your own fly.
Yeah.
Fly fishing has a whole technique way different than just conventional fishing. Basic fly reel is going to be different than a conventional reel. The fly line is thick and weighted, and that's how you cast your rod. It loads the rod, and you can shoot these tiny little flies out to fool these trout. Stand in that leg brace. You got to go back fast and forward fast.
Okay. You take people on.
Yep, we do guided trips. That's our kind of bread and butter. We do drift boats, and we kind of pioneered drift boat fly fishing in southeast Minnesota for trout.
Oh, crap. Here we go. What is going on? So fly fishing on a boat, not in the waders in the water.
Yes,
right.
Correct. In a boat with just manpower rowing, these drift boats only need about 6 inches of water fully loaded.
Wow.
And meant to hit rocks and waves and rapids and everything.
Yeah.
So pick it up. We have brown trout and rainbow trout are the main species in the Root River here.
Yeah.
Some of these other streams have native brook trout. A good fish. We do well over 100 trips a summer.
You do?
It's about a 50-50 shot of they either have experience or don't.
My first fly fishing brown trout is what I got.
They either heard about the Driftless area is what we're in, and they want to explore it. And they either come from Montana, South Dakota, Chicago.
Destination,
yeah,
isn't it?
And they come here because this is the Mecca. Or they just come down here and had no clue that there was trout fishing and want to try it. Fly fishing is just going to be technique. It's something you don't force. I've got a lot of patience and
Oh, you do?
yeah, and I've taken out a ton of people, so we can definitely work with you and get you on a fish.
Nice.
There you go, let them down.
Thanks so much for taking me my first trip fly fishing.
You're welcome.
4 fish.
I'm kind of shaking.
You're a good teacher.
I appreciate it.
That was fun. Thanks.
One thing us Midwesterners love to do, float down a river. Lanesboro is the perfect place. You're gonna come see Caleb and his team at Root River Outfitters. They're gonna get you all set up. You have your choice between kayaks, canoes, but I'm telling you, tubing, it's the way to go. They say grab a cooler, grab some friends. I don't have either of those. Where's John McGivern? Happy floating, everybody. We're at the Scandinavian Inn.
And this is also called the Puzzle House.
How did you come up with this, Peter?
Well, when I was a senior engineering student, I thought it would be really cool to have a house that was full of interesting things that we could host something like a mystery in. This is the picture that we're looking for.
Okay.
Native Encampment by Maynard Kaiser.
We are in the home of our recently departed Uncle Vincent, who had a priceless art collection. The one thing he did do is he sent us a very cryptic letter.
I got it.
Susan has developed an adult-sized case of laziness lately. So I've had to turn to Maynard when I need some sort of decent help around here.
Although I occasionally have to go round and round with him before he agrees to help, I think she would be in a bedroom somewhere.
I think she would be in a kitchen, the lazy Susan.
We are trying to find his priceless art collection because he hid it somewhere and we don't know where it is.
And we have to figure that out.
Yes, you do. So this room we call our balcony room, which is where Uncle Vincent lived in his later years.
This is an active B&B.
It has its own dumbwaiter. So this room has the ability to have morning coffee and breakfast hoisted up. Summer and fall are our busy times. And then when things start slowing down, the bike season ends, and then we kind of switch to our mysteries.
Oh, this is a lazy Susan. I think what you need to do is step in there, and you're gonna make your way around. So, Emmy.
What?
Emmy, it's daylight. Okay, keep walking.
Is this yes or?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. You have a few different mysteries going on here?
We have about 3. 2 are similar to what you did right here.
Yeah.
And then the third one is more like characters.
John, I need your help.
We email characters out ahead of time.
And that's
like Clue.
Lord, what is going on here?
This has got to be something. And is it always like a team building, team bonding thing, or is it like you are working against one another?
You're never working against each other, no.
So we found one of the paintings from
That is
Uncle
correct.
Vincent. How many pieces of art are there?
14.
We are not giving you any clues because you should come try it yourself.
14, and we found one.
Correct.
And if it would have been up to me, I'd still be looking for it. So 14 takes people how long usually?
Hour and a half to 2 hours.
Or 3 or 4 days, if it was me.
We were really
No,
busy.
we just scratched the surface of the small town with such incredible charm.
You know, I'm coming back. I'm taking on that Root River Trail next time.
I think you should.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be. The heart and soul of communities right here.
You guys, Rich is here. We're supposed to be on our best behavior.
Storytelling. But so what I really want to know, Giles, anticipate.
Don't do it out. Oh, no.
Thanks to our underwriters.
There's no place like Oconomowoc. Explore, play, shop, stay. Visit Oconomowoc.
Together, doing good for 130 years. Horicon Bank. It's the natural choice for community banking.
My father taught me that to make great bakery, you have to do it the right way. O&H Danish Bakery, where Kringle traditions begin.
Support for this program provided by Plum Media. Elevating conferences and meetings with smooth, stress-free production.
Financial support has been provided by our friends at Greenfire, a construction management company, the Friends of PBS Wisconsin, and the Friends of Main Streets.
Have you listened to our podcasts? John, Emmy, and the producers talk about what happened behind the scenes and share their favorite things about each community. Main Streets continues on your favorite podcast platform.
This is, you know what this is called? Exactly. Behind the scenes.
Didn't help.